Hey, it's your boy the Crypto Goon, and shout out to all my crypto goons for pulling up once again. How can you eat during a bear market where everyone else is losing money? Let me show you how. First of all, just in case you aren't in tune, I trade crypto futures, so this is pretty much how I'm able to make money during what they consider a bear market, right? So as you can see right here, this bottom trade, this is a Bitcoin, and this top trade is a Rune USD. Yeah, Rune. So I'm going to just kind of give you all some tips and ideas on how you can do this. Okay. Now, the idea with Rune, right? If you go over to Binance, they're kind of giving you an idea of what cryptos are complete bullshit. Okay, so right now I'm on Binance and I'm looking at delisting. Okay, lately Binance has been going through cryptocurrencies, evaluating them and saying, hey, this is complete garbage. Get rid of this one, get rid of this one. So, for example, I did a video on KDA. Okay, Binance right here. Binance will delist FLM, KDA, and PRP. And I showed you all the actual chart, right? And so this is KDA right here. Binance delisted it like around this area, something right here, and then it failed. And KDA actually put out a tweet and said, "Hey, we're out of business. We can't operate in this economy, right?" And this is the majority of cryptocurrencies. The majority of cryptocurrencies are pure bullshit, especially the ones that are in the lane of cross-border payments because it's redundant. Like there are so many. Not all of them will make it, right? And I also mentioned in the video that you need to learn how these things make money. Okay, how do these companies make money? There are some, their only business model is you buying their coin. Okay, I also talked about they were going to have a day of reckoning where 99% of these cryptocurrencies are all going to fall and go to zero, like so with KDA. KDA went from 33 cents to 1 cent, okay, in a matter of 2 months, right? So there's more to this than just buying these coins, right? If you're just buying these coins, like if you look on Twitter at KDA and the people in the comments, they're losing their minds. People had their life savings in this thing, and or the only money that they had in these coins. And if you look at it, you see how much people really believe in, oh, this is the future of cross-border payments, and da, 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 and they went out of business the next day. Okay, it's like they were literally speaking at a cryptocurrency conference, and the very next day put up a tweet saying we're going out of business. Okay. So you can use this these listings to see, okay, which one of these are bullshit. They remove a lot of them because they're complete fucking trash, like plain and simple. Okay. So I saw on the 14th that they had posted Rune, right? I have Rune. Let me go back to it. Let me see. So I started looking for short positions on Rune. Once I saw that they had published that, and because what happens is they're removing a portion of the liquidity from this thing. Okay, so people can't go on there and trade futures. I don't know if they can still buy the coin or not. So yeah, so they removed the futures contracts from it. Okay, but the exchange that I use to trade crypto futures, they still have it available to trade. So they lost a part of the liquidity, right? So that is going to put downward pressure on that particular crypto. Where's Rune? Let me pull it up. 1 second. Where is it? I gotta find it. I should have had it up. I was just on it. Let me see if I hit the back button. Will it come up? Nope. It brought me back to that. Bitcoin. I got so many cryptos on here. H bar, internet computer. Let me see. Oh, here it is, right here. So Rune. Okay, so as you can see, it's been falling off for a while. All right, and it's going to continue to go down. As you can see, or you probably can't see on the screen, but they're down 87% on the year. Year to date, 84%. The last 6 months, 60%. The last 3 months, 46%. The last month, 14%. And the last week, 13%. Right? Okay, so there's something going on with the business model and the interest in this coin, and Binance is like, we don't trust it, right? Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to limit these coins that crash, right? Because of what we saw when Donald Trump sent out that shitter tweet, and the entire market pretty much dumped. A lot of these coins dumped and never came back. Okay, so what they're looking for is quality. And just because they aren't a quality coin doesn't mean that there isn't still enough liquidity on another platform to trade these things. So once I see them put up a new listing, I go over to the exchange that I use to trade crypto futures. I don't use Binance. I use a different one, link in the description. And if they have it, I'm shorting it. Easy, shorten it. And it really just depends. I try to make like minimum like $1,500, $2,000 a day. If it takes, per trade. But if it happens in a day, I get out. If it happens in 2 days, cool. 3 days, whatever. I normally try to swing trade, because swing trades, although they're expensive because you have to pay a fee because you're using leverage, I try to swing trade because swing trades are a lot easier to predict than a day trade. Day trading is a different skill set. Not saying that I can't or that you shouldn't. It's just a different skill set. It's a different skill set to day trade. And it's a lot more, it's riskier, straight up. It's a lot riskier. So that's one thing, right? And I got my Discord coming soon. A lot of people keep asking me about Discord, Patreon. Some people want me to put this stuff into a course. I have it coming. I have a lot of it already built out. I just haven't published it yet because I'm still kind of on the fence a little bit. I don't like a lot of the things that go on in the trading community, and I just don't really have time for a lot of the bullshit because I make money regardless. But I'm definitely I get a lot of emails, a lot of Instagram messages. A lot of people in the comments want me to do it, so I'm going to drop it. I'm going to try to get it out this week. But this is just an example of a way you can look for short trades, is just looking for something that's being delisted from Binance, which is like the largest crypto exchange today. Okay. Now, here's the other thing. I always talk about patterns, right? You got to learn the patterns. So if we look at, let me see who has a pattern. I'm going to just go through these and see who has a pattern. Solana falling off. We know XRP. So, for example, let's look at Internet Computer, right? So if you see this level of support right here, and then you see that this trend line. So me personally, I prefer triangles. I'm not a huge fan of trend lines by themselves. It needs to be a triangle pattern. Those triangle patterns are either going to be super bullish or super bearish, okay? Now, we obviously, as you can see here, we have a high, a lower high, and then it keeps really much doing the same thing along this line. I know that when it reaches this line, I can look for a short position. Okay. And because this is a larger frame, a larger time frame, and these are monthly candles, obviously I'm looking to hold on to it for a little while. Okay. And what generally happens is when we reach this area or these areas of resistance, it fluctuates. So today it may come up and then come down tomorrow and then go back up and down. So a lot of times I'll ride these candles. Pause. I'll ride these candles up and down. So it'll go up. I'll take a short position. It'll come down. I'll be in profit like $1,500, $2,000. Take the money off the table. Watch it. Wait for it to do it again. Get in another short. Ride it back down. And I just keep doing that over and over and over and over. Okay. But it's a lot easier to visualize on a larger term time frames. When you break down into, like, let's just say 15 minutes, right? So if we go to the 15-minute time frame, these candles move a lot faster. So it's almost like you're on a slow bus trading. You can take a lot more time. It's a lot easier because when these candles move up and down really, really fast, that's when you start getting in your mind, this a bad trade entry, this is going in the wrong direction. And then you start making stupid decisions, and then you start losing your money. Okay. So that's one thing that a lot of people do is they try and day trade. There's nothing wrong with it, but the time frame is too fast and you're not mentally prepared for that faster time frame. I know some people that trade, off the 1 minute, but I'm not doing that. It moves too fast. And then I start getting in my head like, oh shoot, that's the wrong, and the next thing you know, you see a candle pop up. You're like, oh shit, I'm down $500. And then now you're trying to just get in and you start losing money and nah, man, for me, I go right off the monthly chart, and it's a lot slower. Period. It's a lot, and that's how I'm able to be consistent because I'm using a longer term time frame. I'm willing to hold on to some of these trades for however long it takes to get in a profit, right? And sometimes it happens faster. Totally fine. So I just wanted to just show you all this. Again, you can one strategy, you can look and see, all right, which one's being delisted, and then you can take short positions, or B, you can look for these, whatever pattern works for you, trend line, triangle, whether you want to just use straight up support and resistance. Like this is a level of support. Oops. And this is a level of resistance, obviously, right? You can do that too. That's that. It doesn't work for me how I would like. The triangle patterns work for me. Support and resistance may work better for you. They're really one and the same. It's just all on how you visualize it and how you're able to execute that visualization. Okay? So I just want to just throw this out to you all, because the majority of people's wallets are currently, right now, they're in the shitter, okay? And there's a way that you can really take advantage of that other than just using your regular income from your job or your business, however you make money. You can literally turn this thing into a business, which it is a business. And if you treat it as so, you'll get paid like so. But again, I appreciate you all tapping in. It's the Crypto Goon, the one, never the two. Shout out to all my crypto goons. Crypto Goon out.